What is up? What it is? What it will be? It's your boy from Auburn coming at you today. How's everybody doing today? That's good. That's good. So this is going to be the part two of the arrest story. We will call it arrest part two. All right. So this one might be a little longer. So bear with me. And this was a long time ago. A very long time ago. Seems like it was another lifetime, really. But it has to deal with a dirty cop in Dalton, Georgia. Now, in the first story, I told you about everything, and this is the second time I run into the same cop. Okay, so I pled guilty on the DUI, had some probation, fine, DUI school, all that. So my second meeting with him was just a few months later, because I remember I was still on probation and I hadn't been to DUI school and everything yet. So had a friend. She was a chick, and but she was married. But we were just friends. Went over there to hang out with them one night, and we're over there, and some guy they know's there, and he's got a kid with him, and he was saying something like he needed to get home, but there was a roadblock where we'd be going through or whatever, and was needing to ride through there because he had a warrant out for him. And so old girl was like, will you ride with me? And I was like, is that car clean? There ain't nothing in it, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, seriously, there ain't nothing in it, right? She's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'll ride. Dumb idea. Dumb. Should known better, but anyway, so we get down there, we get to the roadblock, and the same cop walks up to the old girl's window, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I'm just like, oh man. And like, cop buddy leaves. He comes around to my side then and rolls down the window, and I roll down the window, and he's like, don't I know you? And I was like, yeah, blah blah blah. You know me. That was the cop's name. The blah 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 deal. So he was talking and everything, and he just was like, bring the dogs. So he's talking to me while the dog's running around the car or whatever, and he's like, hey, well, the dog made a sign or whatever, there's something in the car, everybody out. So we all get out of the car. All right, he's like, come with me, and takes me back a few feet behind the car. And another cop has old dude with his kid and the chick with him, and they're checking licenses and all that. And so he's talking to me, and they're going through the car. And I'm thinking, hey, there ain't nothing in there. It ain't on me. Everything's straight. And so he gets talking. He goes running his mouth at me. And he was like, how'd everything go with all that? And I was like, well, actually, since you didn't show up to the license hearing, I'm getting my license back a lot quicker. And he was like, yeah, I never go to them. And I was like, and you violated my rights that night. I found out because I talked to an attorney, and you should have read that thing to me before you made me blow in that breathalyzer. And I was like, but I didn't have the money to fight it, so I went ahead and pled guilty. He was like, all right. And like, of course I was cocky, when I was saying all this. And next thing I hear, a cop goes, who's sitting in the passenger seat? And I'm like, me, why? And he brings out this bag from up under the seat, right? And I'm like, shit, really? And he brings it up, and he says to me, he's like, is this yours? And y'all, I'm telling y'all, it was a bag full of nothing but pot seeds. There was no pot in there at all. It was like just a bag like that all the way across of just seeds, nothing else. And he was like, is this yours? And I was like, no, that's not mine, hell no. So they got the driver, and they're talking to her, and that guy with the kid, he yells out, hey man, you need to go on and own up to that. I need to get my girl home. And excuse my language here, but I was like, you shut the fuck up. I was like, you won't worry about what's going on or something like that. And I told the cops, I was like, Shit, he's got a warrant out on him. He's gonna give y'all a fake name, and old cop wasn't even studying that. He was just salivating at the mouth, slobbing a saliva, whatever, you know. You know what I mean. And so they're like, "Who's it?" And I look at Chick, and girl goes, "It's mine." How about that cop goes, "Take them both to jail. She'll change her mind by the time she gets in front of a judge." Boom. Locked up. Alright. Now this is where it gets interesting. Now, a lot of y'all might not, I know a lot of y'all don't know this about me, but I'm a mama's boy. You know what I mean? And when I was living with my mom at the time, and so I don't know exactly. I know we didn't have a phone, so maybe whenever old girl called her husband, he went by and picked up my mom. And they come rushing in the station. Now, my mom's version of this is like she just straight dog cussed old buddy. Told him how sorry he was and he was a rookie and he was always violating rights and she can't believe he's a cop. And she just ran him in the dirt. And which is funny. Like he showed her the bag and all that, and she like laughed at him and stuff like that. And so I'm sitting in the drunk tank, right? And all of a sudden, this cop comes and just rips the door open real fast and like all mean looking in there. And I saw his face, and I looked at him. I was like, "Oh, you must have met my mom," like that. And boy, he got mad to slam that door back. Because I didn't know if he was going to run in there and try to assault me or whatever. But, you know. I think about that sometimes. Like, what if he would have come in there on me? I probably would have. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't have no backup either. Yeah, I probably would have. Yeah. Anyway, neither here nor there. And I'm glad that didn't happen. Because I probably wouldn't be alive today. But, because they dirty over there. They are dirty. They are so dirty. So anyway, get bailed out next morning. Go straight to the lawyer, the same lawyer that I had, and told him everything. And he was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "No." And so he called my probation officer, who, like, whenever I went in there and reported, I would have got locked up again for being arrested. He called the probation officer and was like, "Hey, some shady stuff's going here. He's ran into this cop before and all that." And so he was like, "You need to go make an appointment and talk with the sheriff." All right, so I went and I talked to the sheriff. And I go in there and I tell this man both stories, and he's just looking at me. And I was like, you know, I can't even think straight no more. You know, the law's supposed to be here to serve and protect, and I'm just scared because there's like I got a bullseye on my back from this guy. And I was like, now anytime I get pulled over in your town, I'm going to be nervous and they're going to think something's up and they're going to yank me out the car or whatever y'all do around here. How about a sheriff goes, "Mr. Ferry, I'm sorry to hear all that." And he was like, "If you ever have a run-in with him again, just make another appointment to see me." And I was like, "Yes, sir." Because I knew then that the sheriff wasn't happy. So anyway, comes up trial, got to go to court for this. So, me and my lawyer's talking, and I was like, "Look, man, I don't care what it costs. He doesn't agree to take payments or whatever." I was like, this needs to be handled." So we're sitting in there, and it goes, whoever calls, is it the clerk or whatever, called out John Ferrier. And so I get up from my seat, and as I'm walking up there to the front, how about this, y'all? The DA goes, "John Ferrier? There is no John Ferrier." And the judge was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "There is no John Ferrier case." And the judge was like, "All right then." And then I walked on out of there. And it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling. But you know what? Like, because like for jobs and stuff, I've had to, get background checks and all that. That is on me being arrested for that is still on my record, right? Even though it was, so I was 21, and 23 years ago, okay? Damn, my math sucks. 23 years ago. Even though it was that long ago, it's still on it's on my record, and it does say it got thrown out of court. Now, I've been told, like, I got cop buddies and everything. What's up, y'all out there? Raymond Garner, what's up, my brother? And so, like, they were like, hey, you can go up there to Dalton and walk in that police station and tell them to erase that. And you know what? Every now and then I check to see if that cop's still there. And he's still there. So, your boy ain't going to be walking up in there, I promise you. I promise you all that. Nope, 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 nope. But when I looked at it today, and he might be having some little problems going on. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoy it. Love y'all. Like, share, subscribe, all that. But mainly hit that bell, because I'm going to drop whenever, I want to or feel like it. But y'all have a good day, and I appreciate y'all. Keep your head up and your chest out always. Thank you.